Hey everyone, let's quickly discuss the form scraper tool. Basically what this tool does is you provide it the sitemap of whatever website that you want to scrape. It's going to go through all of the pages on that site and it's going to pull all the form data that all the forms that exist on those pages, whether or not they're in an iframe or not, and it's going to export that to a CSV file. Use cases for this are if you are just doing a general audit to know, if you've got a website with 300 pages, knowing all of the forms that are available. A lot of times what we'll do is we will run this form crawl. We'll get the IDs of all the forms, or maybe it's the form ID or form name or some sort of identifier, and then we'll compare that to the results that we have in analytics. And then if we do not see any of those forms in analytics, we'll then do a comparison, maybe more of a manual comparison, to make sure that we've got conversion tracking working correctly on all of those forms, basically. There's a lot more use cases out there available or that I can think of that you would use this type of tool, but those are the main ones that we use it for. So I'll just quickly go over how to use it. It's very easy to use. Basically, after you log in, click on Form Scraper on the left-hand side. As you can see, I just completed one. I'm going to click on Start New Crawl. And then basically you just want to copy in the sitemap link on a site. This is usually pretty much for every site. It's going to be either the domain /sitemap.xml or domain /sitemap_index.xml. For our agency site, it's just sitemap_index.xml. So I'm going to run that. And then you'll get a notification saying the crawl has started. If you want to, you see it actually is waiting right now. If you click on the refresh button, it does update periodically, but if you want to manually refresh it, you can just click on the refresh button here. You'll see it's processing. It's pretty quick, but if you've got a site with 300 pages, expected to take at least 15 minutes, could be longer than that. I actually just ran it on this other site, so I'm going to pull this up. Okay, so here are the results for one of the crawls I just ran. Basically, anytime a form is found on the site, it's going to add an entry into this Excel file, and it's going to add any identifier information it can from that form to this Excel file as well. So, for example, all of these pages here have forms on them, and as you can see, it tried to pull a form name, so all of these form names are the same. Not quite as useful, but I can tell that these are all Pardot forms. And then it's going to pull any of the classes. So anytime any of the classes that are on that form to possibly use as identifier. And then we also get actions. So this is what I'll probably use as the identifier for this website, since that's kind of unique to the form. And then you get form method. And then if it is within an iframe, so if it had to crawl an iframe to then find that form, this would be true. Obviously, all these pages are directly on the site, on the page, so that's not an issue here. And then you also get over here a timed out URLs sheet. This shows all the URLs that unfortunately were timed out when we tried to crawl them. The second version of our V2 of this crawler is about to be released, which will then do a bit more analysis on these ones that were that did time out. So hopefully this number will be significantly reduced and you won't have to go manually check a bunch of timed out URLs. So that is about it. As you can see, this one is complete as well. I know this one doesn't have a whole lot of data, so there's not necessarily a point of going through that. But that's about it. It's pretty simple to use, but hopefully will help alleviate some of the pain of trying to figure out all the forms on a website. Please let me know if you have any questions or reach out to our support team. Thank you very much.